Welcome to the last match of the Wisdom of the Thoth Tournament Quarterfinals. $1,000 will be on the line here, and in the blue color we have got Tigerboss playing as Oranos. His opponent, Suppe, betraying the Norse Civ and going for Oranos in this early phase of the series. Very interesting, but it makes a lot of sense. His pick in terms of what he's doing. I mean, he used to be an Egyptian expert. I have no idea why he didn't go Ra, as that would be pretty suitable for Ghost Lake, especially with the spawn he's got. Like, what do you want? 6 boars, 2 gold mines? Yeah, that I bet he's kicking himself for this now. But Tigerboss is very at home with Atlanteans. He's the go-to Atty person these days. Nobody plays Atlantean more than him. Pretty much every tournament, it's all he relies on, and I mean, he's been working on the other stuff a little bit to do better in the long series, but basically best of 5s you can get away with just Atlanteans. That's been most of this tournament, by the way. So yeah, more Oranos mirrors, as if we hadn't had enough for this one stream. Just now we had Novus versus Grassengroom. Grassengroom also very Atlantean heavy. Relics are the Flagstone of Buchan and the Tail of Cerberus. That's Mythian special attack, recharge, and here it's Vol cost reduction. Not very important stuff. The special attacks only come into play after you get your satyrs out, really. Iron Maiden says, Suppe and Tigerboss have played each other every Metaplays tourney. Is that the case? I'd say we could check. Maybe you can check on Wikipedia. See how many times they played. Our internal tool for that is down, as we've shifted away the tournament profiles into the website profiles. I think they meet a lot in the bronze round. Isn't that it? I think you're casting more of that, Maiden, than me. That's what must be happening. Bronze or semis. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So yeah, they both must be pretty happy with this. Oranos normally is gonna just focus on Terma, although in the mirror matchup you kind of have to make Murmillo as well. And with this much hunt, it's very easy to afford that. Also, there's a giant patch of even more caribou. And here. And there. Wait, is that just... And down here. Okay. That's a high hunt map if we've ever seen one. Oh, the age advances are almost through. There was no spectator, so we can't use the spectator features, sadly. Is this live? No, it's a replay. The cast is live. The games have already happened. I'm a real boy. How dare you insult me. Anyway, we've got counter barracks and military barracks. As predicted. Suppe has walls. Where Prometheus? It's late, man. It's late. It's got not an extra villager though. Will that be worth it? We'll see. Military and counter barracks. So it's all the same, it's just one more villager got made. That's it. Promethean's gonna go after the citizen though. Can't take the kitchen knives. Look at this Suppe guy, he's like deleting the wall chips. Oh my god. Saving the gold cost. It's still a full wall off too. Wait, is it though? Is it though a full wall off? Let's see. You know what? Actually, I think it is. That's bonkers. I don't think you should be able to do that. It's legal in the tournament, but I don't think you should be able to do that. Because then, if the walls work like that anyway, then what's the point in having the chips, you know? I don't know, Age of Empires, Mythology, and walls. Always a weird aspect of game design with how they work and what they do. There's no limitations, so you can just make wall on wall on wall on wall, and it's just stopping the game. I don't know. You need some aspect of defense like that, of course. But what I like to see personally is at least some limitation on the layering, so that you can't start another wall behind it. I don't know. It would be nice. Everyone can just use it. Yeah, I'm just saying it's not clean game design. I'm not saying it's not working and that everyone can do it. It's just there's so many little abusive parts of it, and then the wall chips which you can spam, and we have to ban in tournament. It's not clean game design. It relies on player goodwill. A villager was killed, which is nice for Tigerboss, getting rid of that build order advantage that Suppe had economically. Now the term of wars begin. Is it an issue that walls can be upgraded? I don't think that's a big problem. It's kind of a natural part. It's just that, have you guys ever played against someone that made a wonder and made 100 wall chips around it? That stuff is banned in tournaments for a good reason. Can't really counter it. That's what I mean, that it's not clean game design. It relies on the players playing nice to make it fair. Anyways, big fight here in the middle, and the Murmillo getting on top of the Termite is a big problem for Suppe. He's gonna get wiped. I think Tigerboss might as well just take this game at this point. That was an army wipe, holy moly. Very quickly escalated to this. More production for Suppe, he'll need it. But can he get a second gold mine? I mean, he's got one at home. Doesn't need one. I did forget about that. The settlement now coming up for Tigerboss. Yeah, this is gonna be a longer game with a bit more macro than you might expect. Main says that that's not too different from God Choice, where there's rules for tournaments. You can win any matchup. Basically any matchup. Oh my god. But that villager can't win this matchup. But for the most part, you can win anything. I guess there are some exceptions for maps which are very scripted. So, for example, Mediterranean is extremely scripted. You have to go Greek or Atlantean. Go Norse, you're asking for trouble. That's gonna be another villager pickoff. What a disaster for I don't think he can continue this. Got a nice army, but Tigerboss doesn't care. He's got the mobility. He picks up a villager. He runs away. He grabs a TC behind it. But currently the citizen difference is absolutely bonkers and it's gonna get worse. 14, 15, that's a lie. That's not true. No way that that's true. I guess Tigerboss would have been full buff for a long time though. So there is that. Can Suppe make something happen now on the offense? Ooh. That is one. Just out of teleportation range into the TC. Good pickoff for Suppe. Can need a few more of those. Oh my god. Yeah, that shockwave is a pain point. Tigerboss is definitely gonna go down to tower fire. And overall, Tigerboss has a good amount of Murmillos, whereas Suppe doesn't. And his are basic. Tigerboss's are medium. So that's once again a little win for Tigerboss. Suppe might be able to get up this back TC. But meanwhile, Tigerboss is heroic, which is just devastating here. I'm pretty sure he'll be making Dryads now. And once he has all 5, well, that's that. Heavy infantry will probably come through soon. Although our man is right now a little bit broke. He'll fix it. Eating the goatees. Suppe doesn't have many of those himself, but he does have this other hunt patch still. I think the move for Tigerboss now is not to engage immediately. Wait a little bit, build up that army and then go. He's gonna have a wonderful attack advantage. If he had 2 line upgrades on Suppe as well, that would be brutal, but I'm not sure he's gonna need it actually. He's got enough Prometheans to just smack the Cairo Ballista, and that's already done. Only 1 Cairo Ballista remains. He can keep doing this all day. Dryads will be slapping down the Murmillo, no problem. And Suppe is going to resign. Game 1 is going to go to Tigerboss with some great raids. Overall, fantastic efficiency as well. Well played. And getting heroic, of course, the biggest element of it all. Yep, great stuff. As I said in the previous game, Tigerboss has been interested in spreading out his god picks a little bit. So it's not just Oranos and the other Atlanteans every time. Although that is his preference, this time he's gonna be going for Hades. On the land map, no less. Let's see what he can do. We've got on the other side Suppe playing his current best god, Odin. Well, that's a good matchup if we've ever seen one. Certainly there's a lot of hunt available. And I think he's already used his great hunt over there. Yeah, he did. Including on the pigs. Yeah, this is home turf for sure. Oh, and we can do this, which is even better. Gets the second giraffe. I'm not sure I super agree with that. Because you're Norse, right? You can always position your ox cart perfectly. With just 1 click. If you're harvesting from 2 animals at the same time, they're going to decay. And you're gonna lose food to that over time. So I'd rather he went for 1 animal at a time. And with 5 villagers, you can still have a perfect-ish drop-off. Once it's going much past that, the villagers are awkwardly gonna path around each other. So, yeah, that's not so great, but I think that's what I would recommend to most people. It's just easier to do as well. And all you got to do is move your ox cart. As for our Greek gamer, obviously not going to go for the rhinos first. There's not enough villagers out here yet. Might as well just get the gazelles, which is... Actually, these hybrid animal spots are, I think, really good map design because it thinks about this kind of civilization, which actually struggles a little bit with that. So you have to build your granary, you have to micro your wheels around that. You need more than 5. You're not 4, where your villagers one-shot this thing. You don't have a healer to get your villagers back to full like the Egyptians. You're not Atlanteans who just don't care in general because your villagers are tanky. So for Greek, I think this is really good map design where the easy hunt is mixed with the hard hunt. Should see more of that, really. Well, Tigerboss is ready to advance his temple, not quite ready. And his TC's idled, so in these cases, do you get out that extra villager? Always an interesting choice to make. Usually I think the answer should be yes, because a few seconds here and there on your advance don't really matter. Rhino goes down, very little damage taken, clean stuff. Considering how little damage that villager took, I sure had a long monologue. It doesn't matter, guys, that's the point. The counter argument to the whole monologue is get good. Tower of Cestus is one of the relics. Nice for Hades to stack. I keep saying that, it never happens. Never comes into play. Hades buildings though in the late game, man, it's something else. Tigerboss is gonna go with these frontal buildings, military academy and archery range. Is this gonna be a problem for Suppe? By the way, according to tournament rules, it's legal to slap the gazelles and kill them. Which means they would rot. And deliver less food to the player that technically would own them. We don't see that either. That's some little things that the players might want to pick up on over time. As long as you don't delete them with your buildings, it's not abuse. Well, it's abuse, but, you know, it's fair abuse. Alright, here comes the Athena business. Chiron had to be kept at home. Babysitting. Must be boring. Suppe seems to me like he's got enough stuff. He just needs to keep everything together. The Valkyrie would be here. I think that would be some great help. Why isn't she here? The Norse player certainly has the numbers. Never let the Minotaur do the attack on your raiding cav. They're fast enough to get away from it. Actually, pretty much everything is fast enough to get away from it. Just a matter of, do you have the attention in that moment? Yeah, the Minotaur can't get the attack off against anything that moves, so something to keep in mind. The few Hersiers are gonna slap him real good, but Restoration comes in. And the Greek army can keep pushing Tigerboss. Looks like he's got this under control, but he's housed, man. That's a problem. Oh, Norse army stopped for whatever reason there. That doesn't happen very often. Ooh, that's a good counter raid, however. The raiding cav getting right on top of the villagers. Valkyrie aiding as well. Should be at least 2 kills. Aw, Suppe gets out. He doesn't want any more of that business. Still a plenty big army for him here. And he's almost 75 population versus Tigerboss is 64. So Tigerboss has to be careful engaging here. I don't like this raid. These cavalry are very hurt, man. Maybe you can destroy the house, but there's stuff coming. I don't like it. Here come the kitchen knives. It's a decent forest fire. We'll get 1 villager kill, but the Valkyrie goes down, making it not so decent anymore. At least the raiding cap will be able to escape. There wasn't really another engagement here. I think, did a hoplite die? Or is that just an axe that missed? Option 2, I think. By the way, I did some recent investigation on the throwing X-Men projectiles, and I've said this a bunch of times before that they're significantly worse at tracking than arrows. And while that's true, it's maybe not as significant as I may have claimed before. So there's definitely a difference, and they're more likely to miss due to their rotational nature. But it's not a huge difference. Funny thing is they have the exact same stats as the arrows, and they still miss more. And they're much more likely to miss when stuff is at their full range. So it's like their whole heat-seeking properties aren't quite working out. Even at 5 speed, you can dodge them sometimes. Raiding cav looking for some more damage. And this is a great spot to raid, but they're not medium raiders, which is a huge issue. Don't have a whole lot of health, don't have a ton of damage. The villagers have the same damage as the raiding cav. What is that even? Tigerboss is pushing in pretty deep though. Town center fire will be very important here with holding. I bet those raiding cav wish they were home, helping out right now. But I guess they gotta hit up those villagers a little bit. That didn't go very well. Minotaur is still going. This is the first Minotaur of the game that got saved by restoration. It's insane. Towers never got upgraded by Suppe. He's on his 2nd gold mine, had a long transition time to it, I'm pretty sure. TC will be able to destroy the remainder of these units, but the villagers move out taking a lot of damage, and this Hippicon's on the way from Tigerboss. That's a big issue. But the raiders are coming back. Coming across the villagers. Ah, he's running past it. No, Suppe. Not like this. If this game just had working attack move, man, this kind of stuff wouldn't happen. They would stop here and fight the vills. We can have auto Q, why can't we have auto attack? Oh god. Oh god. Yep, that's a problem. They're surrounded from every side. There's no way out, villagers. You're toast. Say goodnight. The funny thing is the Hippicons and Hoplites will be able to hold this front just fine. Oh my goodness, there's more stuff coming. Tigerboss very much looking like he can win this. Suppe trying to get out there, but can you really do anything with that? I don't think so. And that's it. Score is now 2-0. Dude, Tigerboss is starting out strong in the series. One more win, and he's got it. Just one more. Tigerboss sticking with Greek. This time going with Zeus. Might be able to pull off the exact same thing. There's no big difference really when it comes to that strategy. On the other side, playing as Odin, we've got Suppe. So yeah, much the same stuff. Much the same stuff. In terms of the map layout, we've got the super exposed gold mine, which could be a very tough beginning here. Lots of hunt as well on Tundra, and it's easier hunt. There's so many caribou and deer and whatnot. Elks. Interesting to see Tigerboss going for the super early gold miner. Got the Thundercloud Shawl. Makes for a good early game relic for Norse, but I'm not sure they'll actually pick it up. Suppe, very unlikely to go out there with a hero, but at least he knows of it. TCs are quite forward, not that TC grabbing is that much of a play in this matchup. Usually all about the gold mines. Should be an Athena game, right? There's almost no way that Suppe would... Oh, sorry, the Tigerboss would go for the Hermes path and try to match the cavalry of Odin. More of a Poseidon thing. Although with centaurs I could see it, it's just... Don't know if it's necessary here. Suppe going to build forward, which also makes him a little bit susceptible to long-term hoplite plays. Curious what he's going to advance through. Is it going to be a Heimdall rush against Zeus? That is ballsy if so. That just could be something else. We're about to find out. Just Freya. Well, obviously the Valkyrie is gonna get bolted. There's no way around that. But Suppe can build up. And maybe take control of the game this time by getting on top of those villagers. So far, Tigerboss not splitting up his woodcutters, which is definitely not great. You always want to do that to make sure that forest fire doesn't quite ruin you as much. It always hurts a bit, but it should be just a little idle time, not a lot of idle time, and not all your villagers on wood. Granted, it will be no problem to get out Odysseus as well as the 2 military buildings. Usually no issue at all. Jason's on the way. Where are the... Oh, he got the Thundercloud Shawl. That's nice. Military Academy coming in. Odysseus coming in. Watcher range will be slightly delayed. Which, if the forest fire was hitting right now, that archery range would have been extremely delayed. So you almost always want to cast that as soon as possible. And with Odin, you have the ravens. which are kind of chilling all over the place. But maybe what Suppe is really interested in is using forest fire in a fight to damage the units. That's probably what's going to happen here. Double Minotaur. Interesting. Don't really get to see that very often, considering that Norse just makes 4 Hersiers in the lead up to this fight. Hell, 5 Hersiers now. Understandably so. I mean, you already know about the Minotaurs, you might as well make more. Raiding cavalry. Getting in danger close. 1-1-1 for Tigerboss, 1 of each unit type and building. Doesn't look like the raiding cav will get a kill against the villagers. Like I said, their damage is the same. Which is absolutely crazy. So they just can absolutely protect themselves. You have 3 villagers against 2 raiders. It's a good fight. Oh, that's a great forest fire. Oh my goodness. Restoration is going to be used, but the Minotaurs are going down nonetheless. That deletes 500 resources from the game right away. Tigerboss is not going to get that back. And the Raiders are on top of the Toxotes as well. Throwing axes helping out. The heroes are tough to deal with, however. So it still looks like Tigerboss is getting an okay fight in the end. Currently the population extremely even. It might be that the throwing axemen get killed too. Even the scout is helping to fight. Not really, just chilling. Villager's dead. Not sure what he was doing out here. Tigerboss is now up in population. He can destroy these longhouses, no problem. Man, if he can keep going, and he is housing and everything, I'm not sure I like Suppe's chances. This might be a rapid 3-0. How can he bring it back? He really needs to get units going, which he doesn't have buildings for. Does Tigerboss just ruffle stomp through this middle? Those raiders better get some value, man. Look how nicely he's hugging the melee units with the Toxotes. They need help. And they get help. Going for the reinforcements. Buying what little time Suppe can. He's doing it. Start production, not a bad idea. The training as little as 9 seconds. Might be the way back into this. Throwing axemen I'm not so convinced by. They take 16. Raiding Cav managing to waste a little time there. Of course, Odysseus is the boy that can actually shoot them. He's got 6 track rating. These guys have 6 speed. You do the math. He will hit. So your strat should be the Toxotes don't bother shooting them when they're moving. Odysseus does. You can pick off all these weak links. Where are we going? Did he find something? I think he may have seen the hunters. Also, there's a second group going out there. Gold is about to expire, so I guess Tigerboss is just like, oh, it's gold star o'clock. Let's do it. Doesn't have all enough resources himself. Villager numbers are totally equal, which is not great for Greek. Should be a little bit ahead, but it is what it is. Second army is huge, by the way, and for whatever reason, they're very separate right now. So he's gonna need to link up, and then he can go out there super housed. Picking up the Thundercloud Shawl, or at least destroying the temple is actually great. Should absolutely go for it. It'll take a few seconds and then the Toxotes are gonna be better after. Oh, he's not doing it. Throwing Axeman staying in the back very comfortably. So, both Sarks are basic and unupgraded. The Toxotes are hugging the force very nicely. This looks like a Suppe favorite fight to me though. Not by much, just a little. Just enough raiding calf here to kind of deal with the Toxotes. And all the heroes are dead. Oh, this is a cleanup, man. Suppe has finally done it. Forcing Tigerboss back completely. Now that hunting advantage can start kicking in. He's got 2 hunting crews. A little bit of wood gathering and a lot of gold gathering. So he's definitely going to be fine. Getting medium cavalry now. It's high time for that. Probably a good idea to disengage. That's a lot of hoplites. And right now the throwing axe numbers just aren't there. Thundering Hoofs is coming in for the medium cav. Oh, that's great. Suddenly Odysseus will not be able to hit them anymore, so that all works out. They're gonna have higher attacks as well, I believe. Speed and attack, right? No, speed and hit points, sorry. Nine the stable there, pretty good. Don't see an armory just yet, but Suppe should be thinking about advancing to the heroic age. Although not before maxing out, it seems like he's very happy to take these fights. That Thundering Hoofs done. Medium Raiders are a lot more able to actually take these fights. And having the relic, it's like having a shield upgrade almost. Valkyrie's joining the battle. We'll probably see more of those now. And this is once again a great fight for Suppe. Absolutely demolishing Tigerboss's army. Never had a chance really. Medium infantry, medium raiders, and a resignation button was found by Tigerboss as well. Interesting. 2-1 now. Maybe Suppe can come back. The reverse sweep, is it on? Not seen any of those today, so this entire quarterfinals, I'd love to see it. A reverse sweep sounds cool. Splish splash. Kronos mirror. Who would have guessed? We've been here before. Well, Kronos is definitely one of the best gods for Mediterranean. Could you go Greek? Absolutely. Has Greek also been used up already plenty? Yes. Tigerboss is after all an Atlantean main, and with Greek not working at once, he wants to secure that victory, but also Suppe is rather solid here. Both of them using deconstruction on the dock. Have to do that. Otherwise the other guy gets ahead in the fishing ship game. It's most efficient usage of the god power. Later you can either use it on another dock or save it for maybe a palace. It's about as annoying as it can get. Relics out of the Trios bow. Some extra archer range. Doesn't affect the archer ships, by the way. Which, maybe it should. I think there's not enough relics for water. Yeah. It's, I think, a fair statement. We've got the monkey head as well. Spawning some monkeys. But none of these are gonna get picked up. Because oracles are gonna fight each other. that the deconstruct is done, Tigerboss doesn't really care about the rest. He's just gonna keep them at home for the rest of the arcade cage. Which they need to make another villager here. Actually, going up to 7th is Tigerboss. Seems like Suppe is doing the same. Should be seeing at least 6 fishing ships. Sometimes people go up to 9. I don't think that will be the case here. Okay, Tigerboss does stop at 6 villagers. I was surprised by the double queue there. Yeah, 6 is plenty. You can have a double dock. You can have your 6 fishing ships. Suppe actually going up to 9. Oh, that's a double spot, so it will be just... Yeah, you can just go 7. Should be 8 though. One more spot there. But he also needs a second dock. Not sure he wants to invest that much. Is this pre-recorded? The game was played. But I am here. I am commentating it. Right, meow. So that I can respond to that question. It's the only reason. However, on the 8th, we're gonna have the round of 4. Top 4 gamers. Semi-finals, finals, bronze. All will be played live. So make sure to tune in for that. Suppe's gonna go the defensive route. One Promethean tried to sneak across, but not gonna get anything done. So it's a Byrene battle. And so far, Tigerboss has the advantage. We all know that doesn't mean too much in these, as just a few points of damage can totally swing these. Or forgetting to make a mana. All that stuff matters way more. Looks like neither player is making their mana. Suppe starting. Tigerboss, mana? No? Oh god. It's power building it as fast as possible. Kinda need to. Is it a valid strategy to ignore water and focus on land? Absolutely not. So in the Atlantean Mirror, you technically don't get that much from the water because you are not going to commit to making fishing ships a lot, but in the other matchups, you're trying to basically go up to 9 fishing ships, and that's a lot of economy. It's as much as 30%, so giving up on the water is not really an option. As soon as the ships show up, you have to garrison your fishing ships, which will make your docks shoot, but it doesn't mean that they are particularly useful to you right now. Meanwhile, the other guy's gathering, and they're committing their villagers onto only wood and gold, the same number of villagers that you have, because the docks essentially are your extra town centers producing the fishing ships, your sea villagers, if you will. It's just more stuff, and more stuff leads to even more stuff. When the other guy also builds town centers and also a bigger land army than you behind it, for the low cost of having a few ships, whereas the other guy's ignoring it. So that's not the case here, of course. That's why they're so fiercely fighting over this, but This has been attempted a million times and it never works. To ignore the water, I mean. Oh god, Suppe. You're going in too deep. The ships are too high in number to select them all, so I have no idea who's going to win. Whoever micros better, I guess, or whoever has more stuff. Which so far seems to be just by a little bit Tigerboss. Not a huge difference, but a difference nonetheless. Third dock gonna be made by Suppe. Wait, wasn't that already? Was that just deconstructed just now? Tigerboss did use the second decon, so I assume so. Well, 17 ships to 10. I think you guys can do the math for me. This usually goes very much in one direction, which is just the winning party makes more fishing ships and gets ahead in the eco. And then they still keep up with the ship count. Then they start making TCs, getting ahead like that. Now, Suppe is going to attempt to come back, though, by hiding his ships and hoping that his docks can do a little bit of work. Well, it's really just a little bit of work. There's 12 ships out here already. Tigerboss isn't stopping. He's not going to stop for Suppe. Meanwhile, his ships are gathering. These are mostly not. Overall, the population count is ahead by almost 20 for Tigerboss. That's brutal. But he has a lot of hurt ships. So that needs to be accounted for. But ungarrison them all. Let's see if all of a sudden Tigerboss has got what it takes. He's got a lot of idols, that's for sure. And that's a problem as Suppe is picking off the stragglers that are running away. Or sailing away in this case. Oh god, there's the extras. Now Tigerboss can take it, but can he really? Like I said, some of these are weak. And Suppe is doing a good job of picking them out. $21 versus probably the same number. It's very close. All about the pullback micro, guys. All about the pullback micro. Super even fight. A little bit of damage spreading coming through on Tigerboss's units, but eventually that just means that they all get picked off in one shot. Second deconstruct getting used on the dock. Just making sure that in the critical moment, Tigerboss doesn't have the production needed to keep up with Suppe. Oh. Oh, the gold miners get found. Okay. Is Suppe going to now swap? He's got the relic monkeys. Please, let's see them fight. I've never... No, it must have been like season 1 or 2 of meta plays where I've last seen that relic getting actually used. It's insane. They're not that bad. 40 health, 3 of them. It's like a better Oracle hero. But yeah, he's won the water pretty hard. And Tigerboss is now trying to also do the comeback strat. So far, he's already got just as many ships as Suppe. But Suppe is following this up with the important part, which is making fishing ships and getting per scene to increase their gather rates. The Oracle hero runs right past the citizenry. Maybe the monkeys will get involved, who knows, who knows. But the ships get ejected and Suppe is kind of trapped here. He has to run and accept that he will lose 1 or 2 ships. Which is fine. Oracles get picked off without too much damage to the villagers. It is what it is. Tigerboss running through this. Definitely significantly over microing. Oh my god, he's not been shooting for 10 seconds and just taking the hits. That is not good. Seems to me that Suppe once again has the advantage on the water. Just by numbers. Pushing back the man again. Yes, here go the monkeys. Slappity slappity. Oh, they can't do it. The citizen too tanky. Yikes. Single tier. Anyways, we've got the counter barracks time shift to the cross. Oh, almost got the citizen, but all the monkeys are now dead. I was rooting for the monkeys in case you guys couldn't tell. But yeah. They'll be back. They'll be back. That's the important part. Oh, hello. Speaking of the important part, 3 town centers to 1 soon. It's fair to say that Tigerboss is in serious trouble. Okay, he's winning the water again. That's nice. But Suppe is maxed on vills. And he swapped over to land. He does not need the water anymore. And the dogs can kind of defend themselves for a bit. It's not particularly impressive the damage they do, but it's not bad either. Still no citizens have died, so this is gonna be slow progress for sure. Tigerboss trying to follow up the TCs with TCs, of course. Have to. But is Suppe going to allow it? Probably not. Might get the citizen kill. Oh, 2 health. 2 health. And Tigerboss saves the citizen. Absolute bonkers. Seems like the exact same fate over here. 15 health. Walk it away. It's all good. New hero. Can build this up, I think. Maybe. Dogs are mostly managing to deal with the navy, so eventually these ships will go back to work. Meanwhile, Tigerboss can enjoy his own fishing operations. Plenty of military here though now for Suppe, so he seems to be able to prevent this from getting completed. And Tigerboss has to pull out. Dude, is Suppe going to just go heroic and win this game? You are kidding me. Well, I guess there comes a point where you're maxed out on villagers and you no longer care about water, really. Obviously, full villagers is a fully functioning economy. You don't rely on the extra fishing ships anymore. It's nice to have some on top, but still. The relic monkeys are back. Together with the hero Murmillos, they'll be able to slap the Prometheans down. As the prophecy has foretold. We've got Rhea coming in. Are we gonna see a time shift? Nah, you don't want to lose the month. No! Please, make it stop. The relic was ejected. The temple is destroyed. Oh, by the gods. Don't tell me that the behemoth isn't gonna spawn. You gotta remake that, Suppe. 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 Remake the temple, please. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, he's got it. He's got it. We just don't have a production tab, and I'm too noob to find where he makes it. He still needs to get the relic back, though. I could cry about that a little more if you guys want. He's still got 2 of them, though, so they're not gonna start their timer. So right now, it doesn't matter if the relic is in or not. Oh, he just denied this. That's cray. This Promethean getting it done. For the most part. Would need the other Prometheans to join in. And Tigerboss builds. It's a success. But now his other TC is gonna be under siege by a behemoth. Oh boy. What about 2 behemoths? That's better than 1, I heard. Heavy infantry is coming in for Suppe as well. Tigerboss not able to advance, not able to repair, not able to protect. And while he's winning on this side, well, guess what? There's 2. Fishing ships could go back to work for Suppe, as the ship count is pretty low now. It's free economy. And that's a destroyed town center for free. 7 citizens idled. Pretty big deal. The lion's gonna help. He's got the whole zoo on his side. Look, the Suppe's more interested though in going mythic, which is very understandable. Fishing ships are back to work, which is gonna be nice. You can definitely sell some of that wood, man. 2k wood. I think Suppe might have forgotten to redo his economy for land. Which means that you can take a few of these off of wood and just go to gold. But we're a gold mine. Over here? That's awful. Have to start trading very soon. Somehow this got remade. DC's in serious trouble again. It's still 2 behemoths and they are in pretty decent shape. Terma are not to be able to stop that, and Tigerboss knows this. Now Mythic Age was on the way at the last second. Atlas got clicked in. We're not gonna get to see the implosion, which would have been nice, but we don't get bombastic things on this map, I think. Very rare that we do. Anyway, great job by Suppe. At least got the monkeys. Can't complain. Oh my goodness. Again? Another Atlantean mirror? This is like the 5th one on the stream today. Oh my goodness. Again? And on a water map too, where both of these players are just fine playing ISIS. And there's plenty of Greeks left. And we're going Gaia. Okay. I'm shocked. But I'll allow it. Yeah, Gaia is just Kronos but worse on water in my opinion. I'm not sold by this still. Can it be done? Sure. Is it unnecessary difficulty? Yes. What's the advantage? Don't ask me. You got cheaper fishing ships. You got more wood income from the Gaia trees. The end? Your buildings regenerate a bit. I don't see it, guys. I don't see what's the point. Maybe if you can get all those equal upgrades from Gaia, which you can do in any age, that could be beneficial. And actually make a difference. The other bonuses, less so. Oh, I guess there's fishing ship health. But they can't attack, they can't even repair ships, so, you know. It's purely defensive. Should fishing ships be able to repair ships? Would that make water more interesting? I mean, I think Boyd and I discussed this a few times already, but it's so obvious that you have to unlock the tech tree on water and have all the free fish ship types do the combat. You probably need more naval myth units too. Because the aeroship versus aeroship stuff is just not all that. Doesn't sell the fantasy of AOM. Fortunately, Anatolia is more of a mixed bag. You get not just the fishing and the aeroship combat, but you get a little bit of land aggression in there. You get some heavy contest over the middle. So Anatolia is, I think, definitely one of those better scenarios for this. Okay, so you're gonna go up with Oceanus. Getting another Gaia Forest right on time for the advance. Beautifully crafted, of course. Shifting off the other resources on time. With a good amount of fishing ships. One more fitting in the back there. And he's taking care of it. Good stuff. Now, Prometheus is coming in for Tigerboss. Where is his last oracle? Oh, there it is. Hiding behind the trees. This one needs to be defended with some actual biremes. I think they're more interested in the villager though. Yeah, Suppe won't be able to wall this off. Has to run all the way home. So you could stand still and hope that the servant's healing is sufficient. Oracle's dead, but there's biremes to defend, as well as the servant. And the Caladria will come over for healing as well, no doubt. Gaia hand axe getting researched, that will help a lot with the Gaia trees. Gaia pickaxe coming in. This is pretty cheap stuff, totally worth it. Getting the dock here is a good play. Look at these ships, they'll have to sail all the way back here. That's such a long distance. This one got idled completely. So Suppe has to fix it manually. Got a little bit too much wood right now in the bank, so definitely can afford the one citizen to come over. And I guess the Carnivora cast has worked out in this situation, preventing the dock from being made in the first place, and the Oracle hero also capable of more or less beating the citizen, I think. Maybe not. It's gonna be close. There's more armor. Well, let's see what that servant can do. Tank 2 volleys of... 3 volleys tanked. It's okay. Ideally, you get more out of it. But it's a free unit, so... Still, it would be nice to see more of those getting made. It's just not economical. How much do they cost again? Nobody makes them, so I don't know the cost. 125 and 15 favor. 15. What? Why are they 15 favor? Oh my god. That is so... No wonder nobody makes them. What? The gold cost is totally acceptable. Not that you're often going to have too much gold, but right now Suppe does. He could make one if the favor cost was fair. Yeah, I know that Byreem's a good Iron Maiden, I know. It's just... I want variety, man, so badly. On the water maps. Suffering. We only exist to suffer. Byreem versus Byreem all day. It is actually stronger than a Byreem in terms of tanking. How much Pierce Armor do they have? 30% versus 15, so double armor. And 300 health, so it's not bad. Maybe there's a universe where you make more of them, but being melee means that you can't engage this. Like, its purpose is purely healing. If there's multiple, you can tank a little bit. Because once you have two, they can heal each other up, right? So, entering the comfort zone there. Tigerboss way outproducing Suppe. Despite the Carnivora, they'll be able to plow through here. You guys see the underworld? This is how it works in real life as well. You just sink underneath the flat earth, and then you stop sinking because there's... The blackness is actually a floor, okay? And in the middle of the map, there's like a pedestal that holds up the flat earth, okay? That's how it works. Well, Suppe's controlling the upper sea, so I think he can take this kind of beating for now. This is fine. Nothing's on fire at all. In fact, Suppe's ahead economically. Look at that, 22 fishing ships. Hell yeah. Getting Gaia Bosa. It's looking good. Also, how does that work with the pedestal in the middle? Do you get other... You don't have the pedestals in the corners. You can't see them, so they must be in the middle. Right? If you put too many units on one side of the map, does it topple over? What if the rock goes to the corner and starts ejecting elephants and then picks them up and then start... You know? Can you create like a resonance like that? And... Anyway. Settlement getting built up. Villagers that disappear. I've had that bug before. Very sad bug. Suppe now using his massive economy and massive brain to take 3 town centers. It's gonna be difficult for Tigerboss to come back against that. There's, of course, the matter of his big army. But Suppe has one too. He's actually fairly comfortable right now defending this, and all he needs to do is go heroic. And suddenly Tigerboss is gonna be in trouble. All these Terma are dead. Big problems, for sure. Maybe Gaia on Anatolia is interesting, actually. Because you get these cheap fishing ship upgrades. I mean, first scene is not done, actually. Wait, it is done. What is going on? Why don't they get the texture? Oh, they do get the texture. Right, it's just from that angle and the lighting. It's hard to see. Still looking a little tough for Tigerboss. He's kind of winning this fight in a way against the Terma. But then up here in the north is more Murmillo. It's overall ending up pretty even. Okay, the extra Prometheans should swing this. And Suppe is actually rather far away from heroic for the moment. But if he just stops unit production for a few seconds, allows these fishing ships to bring back the food. That's all he needs. Can Gaia plow? What? Why get plow? You don't need plow. You got all this? You're telling me you're gonna farm? Suppe. Well, Tigerboss finally getting his second TC, but it's gonna be behind by a lot. Look at these villager differences. Gaia shaft mine? On what gold mine? We about to run out, bro. Oh, we out here. That's good. Anybody could still take this, but certainly there's a huge advantage for Suppe. Economically speaking, he's getting all the upgrades. He doesn't go heroic. Tigerboss does. I'm shocked and appalled. Bite of the shark coming through. That's actually one of the good upgrades. We'll give the Murmillos a lot of power. Later, it will translate to the Fanatics as well. There's still a good amount of Murmillos that are doing Gaia's work. Only Terma left. Those are easy pickings for the Promethean and Murmillo mix. But Faya's coming in. Can that Raya make a difference? There's no proxy temple, which I think a Chronos player might be regretting somewhat. If there was, could make a big difference. Where is the temple actually? It's back home still. All the way. Tigerboss can't actually afford a second behemoth. So this is kind of it. It's got the palace coming up. Good amount of citizens on the gold mine could be transferred to fight the Chiral Ballista though. Seeing as the Murmillo obviously can't do that job. There's a behemoth and the palace is up. I assume Tigerboss will be soon starting the destroyer production. Oh, wait. Where's Bird? Or the bird dying? What just happened? Where is the bird? Pretty sure they die. Oh well. Tons of Dryads are out and they're gonna slap that behemoth back into oblivion. Do they actually get bonus against myth units? No, doesn't look like it. It's just their normal DPS. Would be probably way too strong if they did. They already don't cost population, so that's gotta be good enough. He deleted it to prevent trader. Oh my god. Do we see a corpse somewhere? It's too late. It's long gone. I think he must have deleted it, you're right. Good point, chat. Suppe's getting ready for the Mythic Age. He's got 16 fishing ships. Can start a nice little market there. And you can transfer some more villagers to gold mines. Oh boy. The pass is going to easily take out the Carabalista if allowed. It looks like Suppe's winning the fights pretty damn hard by himself, as is. Fortified town center and heavy infantry coming through. He's happy enough to fight in heroic here. Cantarius are joining the battle and the gold mine is not being gathered from by as many citizens as could be. Maybe they're a little bit exposed once this pass goes down, which eventually will happen. There's destroyers and Dryad slapping it. Although the Dryad count is down to just 1. So he's spending all his resources on upgrades. He's getting now weapon upgrades as well. I mean, he's already got serrated swords for the Mormillo. They're heavy now. And they're about to go up to like almost 12 DPS. Those are still 8.8 over there. Big difference. Another palace for a Gaia player. Really not taking any chances with this. Destroying buildings one by one. It looks to me this push is kind of working out. There's not much here to stop anything. Bronze shields coming in for Suppe as well. A little surprised by that. Doesn't seem super necessary right now. It's pushing hard enough anyways, and oh, we're not gonna get to the mythic stage. I thought he might end it on an implode or something, but not going to be the case as Tigerboss just taps out, and with that, his chances for tournament advancement are over. Suppe is gonna be the one to go into the semi-finals here. Man, that must be a rough one for Tigerboss, getting reverse sweeped here by Suppe. Never would have expected but the reverse sweep, man. Suppe is OP. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind the scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.